Hello viewers, today I'm about to tell you a story of a war that broke up between two communities. In the history of these communities, right from the days of their forefathers, they have always kept an iroko tree as their boundary. No member of this other community have ever farmed across that iroko tree. And this other community. But on one occasion, a greedy farmer came up. He had 400 yams harvested. Tied yam, he was a title holder. And he have always been that title holder for 10 years. No competitor. Up to the point that he wanted to compete not only in his community, but in the whole of that kindred. And so they set the contest. So in that contest, all farmers were forced to go to farm. As greedy as this farmer was, he have occupied almost more than half of the lands in his own community because he was a well-known chief title holder. He has money, can influence the chiefs and the elders to give him lands, even if the lands belong to other persons. So on this occasion, after farming in a large farm close to the boundary, he now thought of it that what if he decide to encroach to farm in the other part of the other community, which have never been in the history, in order to enable him expand his farm produce. So when he got to the period of clearing, he now went to the other neighbor from the other community and pleaded with him to give him some part of his land to enable him farm so that he can be able to expand since they are not both farming the same crop and he's in a contest to win in the kindred. So the other neighbor told him, okay, I will give you only on one condition. For you to know, one, that after this year, by next year, when the contest is over, you no longer farm there. And two, because of the fact that I would have farmed there to harvest and make more profit, but you are chipping into my profit, so you have to pay for the renting of that land for that year. He agreed. So the neighbor allowed him to farm. So when he farmed there, before the end of that year, the man died. And when he died, the children came back from where they have traveled to and did the father's burial, buried him successfully. And so one of the uncles took one of the children to the man's farm and showed him all the sizes of the man's farm where he have occupied. But even including the boundary encroachment of the other man's land, showed him that your father planted all this. He told me before he died. Children was like, oh wow, my father could have something like this, then I have to stay and take care of it. Without knowing that the father had agreement with the other farmer. So on a fateful day after the 1 year elapsed, they harvested all the crops. And then the other farmer called the son of the late farmer and told him everything. But the son refused, he denied. Say he's not aware of it. that man is looking for a way to collect the property the father died and left for them. And he will not agree to that. And because of that, the man was forced to report that to his community chiefs or king. Through the king summoned this other king. And they called to the notice of this boy and said, "These have always been our agreement right from the onset. That no farmer from here should encroach to here. And no farmer from here should encroach to here." The young boy said he is not aware. Father did not tell him about that arrangement, so he cannot keep to it. And that was how conflict between the both communities started. And he arose to declared war. So tell me what you learned from my story in the comment section. But please like and share so that this my page should be recommended for more viewers. Do this to support me. Thank you.